Yeah, so welcome everybody to the World of Ability Podcast Network. My name is Emily Gilmer and am a podcast engineer here. I'm excited to bring you another episode of the Blue Collar Crypto Show with Tim Torosian. I do it here every Sunday at 4 and 5:30 p.m. Central. Uh, Talking about business tips and so on, crypto for blue collar workers. Over to you, Tim. What are we talking about today?
Hi, Emily. With the tradition of this show, I'm going to suggest being an entrepreneur. Let me say it in Midwestern speak: entrepreneur. Okay, that's what, as a blue collar person, you might be thinking about this. What does the future hold? Well, to be honest with you, or transparent anyway, the future is what you're doing right now. You're in the future. And the things that we do are very marginal. We get up and we punch in. Some of us sit in our cars and wait for the wait for appropriate time to walk in the building, um, and for the day to begin. And God bless you, right? Okay. This show isn't to recommend that you become an entrepreneur, because let's just face it, we're in the life that we chose, right? We choose to go to work every day, to punch in, to retire at a certain age. We make these choices, and the company, we hope the company meets us halfway. Maybe they let us retire. And then we start collecting Social Security, whatever we have. We start spending it. And then oops, we spend it. And we have so much fun, and then we're bored because we're having so much fun. We're retired and we don't know what to do. So let's just say part of this show is at least to get you to think about, what is the next 20 or 30 years going to be like? Maybe the next 10 years you're still working, but after that, have you thought about this? Where are your friends? And when you punch out for the last time, are the people who are at the building, have you built a core network of friends that are working with you and they're still going to be your friends? Or, okay, that's kind of silly. Let's not talk about who your friends are. All right, you got that. You're a friendly guy. You're sociable. Don't worry about that. You're going to have a great time in retirement. And don't worry about, your lifespan. Let's forget about that stuff. But is there a concern here? And as an adult, you're saying, well, forget about the boredom. I'm an adult. I never get bored. We don't say things like that when we grow up, But is there still a concern? Are we still thinking about, like, I don't know that this is my life, but I wonder if there's something else out there. I'm so happy working for a living, but I'm wondering, and I'd like to consider that maybe there's something else for me out there. Have you talked to your friends about this? Or maybe not your coworkers. You don't want to talk about another job or anything like that with your. Have you talked to your wife or your relatives about maybe something else? What might that be? And everybody is interested in something. I'm not talking about a hobby. I'm talking about something that will make you more money. So should you be starting something now while you're working? Let's consider that. Let's consider. what I might call multiple streams of income, right? You go to work, you make money there. Is there another place you can start? Wetting your whistle, an expression from I don't know where from, but find something to wet your whistle, something else. I'm sure that's a drink. Somebody started drinking and said, I'm wetting my whistle. But how about sticking your toe in the water and seeing what the temperature is? Because you don't know what you don't know what you don't know. Another expression. We could keep going on and on with expressions. So for this show, we want to do some exploration. Should you go see a vocational counselor? Maybe there's somebody out there like that who could, help you with a journey. So you could probably use some of your retirement money that's being set aside, 401k, to start something brand new. And don't spend it all at once, but sell one thing or do one service. How does that go? How does that go? You did one action, one service, you got paid. How did that feel? Do it again, do it again. Hey, this is pretty good. I wonder if I can make a business out of this. I'm good at it. People tell me I'm good at it. How come I can't make, I have, don't tell anybody now, but I have multiple streams of income. I have 3. I work temp jobs. I do moving and I do caregiving. Well, that's 3 things that I do that are reliable sources of income. In order, they all make roughly the same. I'm able to bank some money. And please, let's keep this a secret. I want everybody to think that I don't have any, but I'm able to bank it. Hey, I'm putting some money away. All right. So I have 3 sources of income myself. And I'm sure most of you do have things that you'd like to do and would do it when you have some time to make extra money. And my suggestion is when you're doing that, try and sock that money away. Put it in a separate account, a completely separate account, not your bank account, not your savings, not your checking. Put it in an account. If like it's a separate job, I'm talking about is another thing that you're making some money on, so that you have money saved up to start a new venture. So with your new money from your new job, your extra job, your +1 or your +2 job, put that in a totally separate account and build it up 5, 10, 50. How much does this take to start a business? A suggestion here is there's a lot of people trying to get out of their businesses, and mostly there's a lot of reasons. 2 reasons is some people are just retiring. Maybe I'm talking to you, you're 30 years old, but there's a 60-year-old that's doing chimney repair, wants to get out of it so bad. Or a couple of gentlemen, one's guy doing payday loans. He wants to get out. Okay. Another guy I've been talking to, he wants to do, he does those lifts that are in auto dealerships that lift up your cars, mechanics lifts. He repairs those, wants to get out. And these are the baby boomers. They're trying to get out of these businesses. And there's a lot of them right now trying to leave their baby boomer businesses because of either time for them to retire or, God forbid, there's a health issue there, a very serious health issue, and they're trying to get out. There are several reasons why people let go of their businesses, and it's a transition. So it might be 50,000 for the business, but they might say, well, let's work on it together over a year. You can make payments while we work together. I'll give you credit, and you can work it off. Or heck, just I want 50 grand. Go into your 401k, and voila, you started new businesses for virtually $0, and now you can make as much money as you want because it's your business, and you can hire it out. And there's a lot of people out there that need a job. So you get an assistant, and he makes it easier on you. Somebody you can rely on a day when you feel sick, and there's a job you have confidence in him to do it. So let's transition here. I'm right now I'm talking about the subject. Let me review. There's a lot of business owners that want to get out. Pest control, chimney repair, lift fixers, maybe a roofing company. I'm not so sure, but low skilled low skilled businesses that baby boomers are trying to get out of right now. Just make your survey. Look around. Window washers. People are trying to get out, to get an exit out of it, and you're there to take over the business. And the next part of the show is called Blue Collar. That was the show we just did. And the next show, to keep this moving, we're going to talk about crypto. Why it's important to start looking at crypto. And I'm not going to discriminate against you if you're too old to be thinking about this. And I understand that. But the United States dollar, by some estimates, has lost 10% of its value this year. It's going down in value. Is it going to keep going down? I don't know. But I've seen a graph, on my TV streaming that suggests, that shows it's at the lowest point in years. So it's time to consider cryptocurrency, and it's time to consider XRP. XRP. That's my Midwestern twang. XRP. XRP, low price. It may be the next Bitcoin. It doesn't have to go to $100,000 to be a Bitcoin. Remember, we're not trying to get rich and wealthy. We're just trying to get above the crowd, right? We don't want to be like our neighbors. We don't want to have to clip coupons like my mom, okay? We don't want to have to look for the lowest price like me, okay? Of course, if that's your habit, that's great. But if you don't have to, you don't need to, you shouldn't have to want to. You should be able to pay, not worry about prices so much, okay? And so look at XRP. It's very low price. I don't know what it is, but it could go up multiples, and it could make you wealthier than your neighbors. Let's not worry about becoming uber rich. Okay, let's just think about, wouldn't it be nice to drive a brand new car? Okay, to put inside your nice home. Wouldn't it be nice to not have to worry about health insurance if that's not going to pay out? Right? Wouldn't it be nice to go to a restaurant and not worry about what you're ordering? Just order what you want. The whole idea of going out to a restaurant. Let's see, paying your bills on time, higher credit score. Wouldn't it be nice to have a higher credit score? Wouldn't it be nice to help out family members when they needed it? Within reason, right? Okay. Wouldn't that be a nice thing? Wouldn't you like the respect? Okay, so make some more money with crypto. So I'm going to end this show. I'm not trying to introduce too many ideas here. This is for you if you're looking for changes in your work world. My suggestion is to purchase a business, be an entrepreneur, but there's also remote work, working from home. That frees up some of your time or takes it up, depending on you as a person. How do you look at that? But you can work from home, take care of your family members while you're at home. Be able to work around have your job work around your schedule instead of the other way around. But this is me signing off. This is Blue Collar Crypto. I hope to keep you for a long, long time. It's been a few years, but I hope to go a few more years longer with this show. Thank you. And to the production staff, Kurt, Sue, and Emily, and Neil Weber. I'll see you next show.
Thank you, Tim, for all that good advice and information. Again, we are here every Sunday at 4 and 5:30 p.m. Central. If you are interested in being a guest on the show or any of the other shows, please let us know. And we can get that taken care of. And to check us out all on social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and so on. And until our next show, everybody has a safe and productive week and to stay happy.